Hey, my name is Justin Lalonde, and welcome to The Ad Architect. My name is Justin Lalonde, and I'm the founder at paidadvertising.com. So I own a marketing agency that has profitably generated over $30 million in client revenue over the last 3 years and is on track to spend almost $10 million this upcoming year alone. Personally, while I've made over $1 million in sales for my own business, I've had the chance to work with over 70 plus e-commerce brands, built a YouTube channel with over 6,500 subscribers that fuel my agency, and have now expanded into new departments at paidadvertising.com, notably within the local business space. A few years ago, I used to be exactly in your position. Let me walk you through my story, as this was far from being an overnight success. So at the age of 14, almost 9 years ago, I started a YouTube channel, regularly posting gaming videos and streaming on Twitch every other day. So my dream was actually to become a professional Call of Duty player. So the thing is, I was far from being good enough. Although I was better than most of my friends, I was no match for real professionals. So now that my YouTube channel was picking up, meaning I was at about 100 to 200 subscribers, which felt like the world to me at the time, I wanted to look more professional, more legit. So perhaps to compensate for my lack of tangible video game talent, I started binging YouTube videos, eventually saved up enough money to buy Udemy classes to learn everything around Photoshop, Illustrator, After Effects, and Sony Vegas Pro. I spent hours gobbling up all the knowledge I could get on the topic and was religiously watching videos from Chris Do and the future. So I made myself a logo, a full branding package for YouTube and Twitch, and next thing you know, I was making YouTube videos, doing design speedruns, and entering design contests on Twitter with a chance of hopefully becoming a graphic designer for one of these big gaming organizations. So to practice, I kept designing Twitter headers for professional streamers in the hopes of them noticing me, so I tagged them on Twitter, DM'd them, and tried everything to get their attention until it eventually happened. So a few of these guys actually started using my designs. They were shouting me out, even offering me testimonials and thanking me for my good work. So the interest started developing. People were sending me DMs every once in a while to commission me as an artist to design them a logo or a banner. So I'd personally charge them about $10 to $15 through PayPal at the time. So I still vividly remember at the age of 15 charging somebody $50 USD for a whole branding package, which felt insane to be able to make money online. So I amassed about 20 or so paying clients that first year of freelancing, and was still doing a lot of free work to build my portfolio and collect more testimonials. Now, after high school, I was completely lost. All I knew was that I did not want to stay in school for much longer, but not knowing what I'd do with my life, I figured I could perhaps go into video game design and enrolled in college into graphic and web design. So this program was as much as a blessing as it became a curse for me, because I already knew it all. And my classes were by far the easiest time I've ever had in school my whole life. So teachers would give us the entire curriculum at the start of the semester. And if you wanted to, you could do all the work preemptively, submit it all, and wait for it to be graded, which is what I ended up doing. So the school had a strict attendance policy that only allowed you to miss a certain amount of classes. So here I was, bored out of my mind after the first 3 weeks of every semester. I had done all the work, was getting straight A's, and was using my time in class to either sleep or browse the web. So in 2019, I reconnected with my elementary and high school best friend. Now you might be wondering, where exactly is he going with this story? Bear with me here. I'll come back to the agency world in a second. So my best friend actually dropped out of high school during our last year, and I hadn't heard a single word from him at all since that period. So he came to me wanting to pay me as a contractor to produce designs for his clients, and all I knew was that he had a marketing agency. I did the work, got paid, and that was it for the time being, but I had heard he was getting mentorship from this guy called Iman Ghatzi, who apparently was the same age as us, making tons of money, so I decided to check him out for the first time. Honestly, it all seemed very far from my reality at the time, and I wasn't sure I believed Iman. Hell, I was approaching the end of college, and we get visits from companies wanting to hire us as graduates. The job offers were ranging from $30,000 to $40,000 a year Canadian at most. But in my heart, I knew I wanted more, and I kept telling myself I'd get a job, keep freelancing on the side for some extra income. Now, COVID happened, and I had broken up for a period of 3 months with my then girlfriend, now fiance. I was alone with no school and no work for a full month. This was the big wake-up call for me. With so much alone time, I started asking myself many existential questions. What do I want to do with my life? Why have I felt a victim all my life? I'm skinny, can I change this? And everything exploded from this month. For the first time in my life, 1, I started working out consistently. Number 2, I started watching YouTube videos on how to make money online. Entrepreneurship, personal growth. I bought a bunch of self-help and psychology books and reached out to my old high school friend as he honestly just kept making his way back on my social media feed. Now, this is the point where we started hanging out more and more and became close once again. He kept telling me I should freelance more, try to grow my clientele as a designer. Then I dared to ask him this question. Hey bro, hope you don't mind, but how much money do you make this month? I was like, yes. And then he told me $38,000. I was like, shut up. I swear, bro, check. And then he shows me his Stripe account. Again, keep in mind, I was 19 at the time. He had made $38,000 in revenue that month. I was hooked. Keep in mind, this dude used to be my best friend. We were both the same age, 19 again at the time, from the exact same hometown. If he could do it, why can't I? This is the moment he told me to buy Iman Ghatzi's courses. But I was a broke student, so I cracked it. And I'm saying that openly out here. I went through all of Agency Incubator with the cracked version. This content was so valuable and I really wanted to access the calls with Iman and his team. So even though I went through the entire thing cracked, I bought the course. I spent $1,500 of the whole $1,800 I had saved to my name to buy. The rest is history. I then started my creative agency, which I ran for 4 months. In my first month with my agency, I made twice as much as I made for my part-time job at Apple in a month, so I quit Apple. And then I pivoted the agency to e-commerce marketing to switch from one-time payments to recurring revenue because I had to kind of chase my tail every month and try and get new deals, and I wanted something more secure. This was now 3 years ago. So since then, I've had the opportunity to travel the world, work with dozens of clients and team members, buy my dream car, get engaged to my now fiance, all the while making millions of dollars in the process. So I share with you this story to inspire you, but also to show you that I am one of you. I bought every subsequent program from what was then called Grow Your Agency. I stuck to one mentor, one community for my first 2 years of business. I made countless friends that I still speak to daily in this community, found employees, and built up all of my knowledge from here. My expertise is, and for the better part of the last 3.5 years, has been paid advertising. I have the pleasure of being extremely well-versed in media buying and the creative side of it. So if you're looking to become an ad architect yourself, to fully master the art of advertising, the marketing fundamentals, creative theory, and much more, you're at the right place. So if you haven't yet, I want you to share your story with Educate's community. For many, this is a very lonely journey, and the best way to help you move forward is to find people that share a common path.